Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Atma Vandan, everyone, and thank you for kindly joining today's session. Today we're going to carry on with where we left off in our last session, which is chapter 12, which is entitled I Do, Yet I Don't. And we're on page 115. So we'll just remind ourselves where we left off the last couple of paragraphs. Ravidas says, just one glimpse of my own true self has erased the identity of my mind. Just one glimpse of awareness has cut through my mind. Now, whether I walk or talk or carry out any of the worldly activities, they have no effect whatsoever on my tranquility. Any amount of karma does not affect me anymore. Even while doing everything, I am not the doer. I hold no burden of doing anything at all. Such is my inner state. Such is the stillness. Apologies for the pause. Such is my inner state. Such is the stillness within that no worldly gestures can shake it. I am one with the ultimate truth. It has taken over me. This remembrance is the essence of all. And in this essence, I reside, thus whatever is thrown at me. I happily abide, I am all quiet within. Thus no more my mind takes any flight. That which can be broken by performing diverse actions is concentration. On the contrary, one can be in meditation irrespective of whether one is sitting, walking, talking, eating, or doing any activity whatsoever. The stillness that the state of deep thoughtless awareness creates cannot be disturbed by any activity resulting from interaction with the external world. That inner stillness is unshakable. Guru Nanak Dev undertook so many pilgrimages to far-flung places, including Sri Lanka, Iran, and even Mansarovar. It is with natural that on his pilgrimages he met all kinds of people, holy beings and friends, and had to face so many adversities. Despite all of the hardship and calamities, he continued spreading the word of the Lord, guiding scores of people on the path of divinity. Let alone day-to-day activities, Guru Gobind Singh even fought wars with that undisturbed inner stillness. In his 42 years of life, he must have fought more than 42 wars. And in order to wage wars, he needed to train the soldiers in martial arts and other techniques. He also needed to raise money and interact with so many different kinds of people. It is said that there were 52 poets in his court. He himself, too, would recite poetry, play MINA, and was an accomplished musician. So many acts and thoughts are inevitable to carry out any act. However, people often misconstrue that the true masters and sadhus are the ones who live in complete isolation in the caves, and people misguidedly doubt the integrity of the masters living amongst them. In fact, he who is sitting in a cave is the one who hasn't as yet established inner thoughtlessness. And the one who has accomplished this, what need does he have to sit in a cave? See, you learn to drive a car on an isolated road, but eventually, when you have mastered the art, you'll be driving on all kinds of roads without any qualm. Likewise, for a master who has attained that supreme stillness within, it does not make any difference where he lives and what he does. For that inner stillness is steadfast, unwavering. There is a scripture called Panchadashi, wherein a precept says that even if a jnani, agnostic, dies in the agony of illness or physical suffering, he is still liberated. The one who is liberated can never come into bondage again. This is not like the sheep. This is not like the sleep that happens to the body, comes and then goes away. A jnani is the one who has forever woken up from the slumber of ignorance His liberation is eternal. Once you've woken up from the sleep of ignorance, you will never again revert to that state of ignorance. The light of enlightenment shines forever. It is indestructible and eternal. The one who has broken all the shackles of bondage can never be in bondage again. This freedom is eternal. Look at Sri Krishna's divine play on this earth. He was mischievous as a child, stealing butter, breaking the pots carried by the women, danced with the gopis as a youth, killed demons and whatnot. Moreover, he is also blamed as the major cause of the occurrence of the Mahabharata, the epic war between Pandavas and Kauravas. Queen Gandhari believed that Sri Krishna could have prevented the war if he so wished. She cursed Sri Krishna that just as all her children were killed while she was alive, may his children also be slaughtered in front of his eyes. But Sri Krishna happily accepted this, saying that if this made the queen happy, he was absolutely fine with it. Anyways, it was time for him to wind up his divine play on the earth. Krishna had hundreds of wives. Imagine how many children he must have begot. The scriptures say that every queen had 8 sons and 1 daughter, i.e. more sons and fewer daughters. I don't know what problem people have with the fairer sex. Anyway, Krishna was happy that all the grand divine play he had created would come to an end. Not many people would be aware of this, that Sri Krishna has not only performed all kinds of feats as part of his divine play, but he has cried as well. Yes, he too has shed tears like the rest of us. It was Uddhav, Sri Krishna's close friend, who found him standing in the garret of his palace in Mathura, tears streaming down his cheeks. Uddhav was taken aback. Sri Krishna crying? How was that possible? Sri Krishna explained, "Dear friend, I'm reminiscing and feeling overwhelmed by the nostalgia of the times I spent in Raj. I'm missing my mother, missing her tender love and endearment. I'm feeling wistful, recalling all the happy moments I spent as a child on the banks of the river Yamuna, playing with my dear friends, frolicking with the gopis, women of Braja, whose love for Krishna is considered as an ideal of selfless devotion to God. I'm missing shepherding in the forest, whilst playing my flute, and the affectionate trees showering me with fragrant flowers. Poor lonely," he continued, "and how I miss my beloved, my dearest Radha." Feminine and masculine attributes are there in each and every human being. Shri Krishna was the epitome of complete whole man, and Radha represented the complete whole woman. Krishna continued, "I am remembering my other half, my beloved Radha, without whom I am incomplete. I had left her crying when I left Raja, not giving in to her pleading for me to stop. All I could do was hand her my flute, as I could never play it for anyone else. This did assuage her grief, but I don't have anything that will placate the agony of this separation for me." Uddhav did not know how to console Krishna. After all, how could anyone console the omniscient, omnipotent Lord? All he could say was that if Krishna was missing Radha so much, why didn't he go to Vraj and meet her? Krishna replied saying that chapter of his life was over for good. He said, "I am grieving in love today, but the fact is that a new chapter has commenced in my life now, and I am going to focus on that which is establishing the foundation of religion for the good of mankind." Some ignorant people don't regard Krishna as God. How can the Lord cry? They argue in ignorance. Little do they realize that Krishna never cried despite seemingly appearing to cry. He never fought any wars despite appearing to do so. He never lied despite seeming to do so. There is a striking exemplification of this in Srimad Bhagavad. Once Rishi Durvasa had taken a halt on the banks of the river Yamuna, and the gopis were desirous of serving him with food prepared by them. However, the swollen river was an impediment for their crossing. They went to see Krishna with this problem. Krishna said that all they had to do was pray by the river bank, saying if Krishna was a celibate, the river should recede, giving way to the gopis. On hearing these words, the gopis giggled. Krishna, who enjoyed Maharas's divine dance of celebration with them, celibate, nevertheless they did as they were asked to do, and lo and behold, the water receded, allowing them to cross the river. They served the rishis with all the food they had prepared. It was a lot of food, prepared by hundreds of gopis. How could one person eat all that food? The rishi, however, said that as they had made the food with such love and care, he would happily accept all the food. Much to the surprise of the gopis, he ate all the food without any qualm. After serving the rishi, the gopis wanted to return and, much to their dismay, realized that they had to again cross the flooded river. They approached Rishi Durvasa for help. The rishi asked them how they had managed to come in the first place. The gopis narrated the solution given by Krishna. On hearing that, the rishi said, well, all you need to do now is pray at the river bank, saying that if Rishi Durvasa is someone who lives on air, i.e. who doesn't eat any food, the water should recede. Needless to say, no sooner that the gopis had finished saying the prayer, the river water receded. The gopis crossed the river, but they were consumed by bewilderment with the apparent contradictory nature of events that had occurred. So they went to see Krishna and asked him to explain the paradox. On persistent questioning, Shri Krishna replied, the behavior of my body and having accepted your loving imploration, my interaction with you and all the celebratory enjoyment has been at the level of the body and mind, but I was completely untouched throughout. I am not tied down in any relationship, neither a devotee nor God, free from the bondage of attachment and aversion. Rishi Durvasa is in the same state as I, he continued. Rishi Durvasa is a yogi. Yogi is the one who is a practitioner of yoga. Yoga means union of the individual self with the divine. With his yogic resolve, he dispelled all the food elements into the entire universe. The gopis asked, so you too are a yogi, Krishna? In reply, Krishna just smiled enigmatically. On the face of it, Sri Krishna seemingly performed many acts and actions, be it of love or war. Although it would appear that he had a dislike of Duryodhana, he nevertheless had accepted Duryodhana's invitation to visit his palace. All actions happened on the surface, but from inside, Sri Krishna was completely untouched, unaffected. He remained a non-doer, despite the multitude of external actions. Neither the subject, the experiencer, nor the object of the experience, and nor the experience itself. Guru Bani says, upon meeting the Master, once you have received a complete wisdom, then laughing, eating, playing, one enjoys liberation. All the doing and becoming is an illusion. For the one who knows his true self, for such a person, whatever is happening then becomes non-existent. It may be a reality for others, but for such a person it is nothing more than a dream. Thus, in spite of living it, he has not lived. In spite of being it, he is far away, totally removed from it. Guru Bani says, whilst doing any action, be it laughing, walking, talking, eating, whatsoever, my liberation is eternal. A jnani remains a non-doer, despite seemingly doing everything. The doing, the action, is nothing but an illusion. This may come across as historic and cryptic to you now, but the day enlightenment will dawn, this ignorance will be ripped off, and you will see that the seemingly reality of doership is nothing but an illusion. Just as the illusory nature of a dream becomes apparent only on waking up, similarly to the enlightened one, this whole world is no more real than a grand cosmic dream. I repeat, what is said in this Panchadashkar scripture a jnani is liberated, even if he dies in the agony of a physical ailment. To this I add, the ignorant one remains in bondage even if he dies chanting the name of God. To reach the pinnacle of this wisdom, you need to walk on this path of spirituality, path of meditation and contemplation. Question: whilst doing dynamic meditation, Sakriya Dhyan, I experienced trembling whilst inhaling, and later on felt rather nauseous and had to lie down on the floor. I felt better later when I had to sit down doing nothing. I wonder why I felt sick. Whilst meditating, especially when doing dynamic meditation, the negative forces present in the body come out. The deep breathing produces several chemical reactions in the body, which have been documented using gadgets to record the various alterations. A doctor in Los Angeles told me that he had opened a sleep laboratory. He was conducting a research project on some Buddhist monks and other meditators. Their bodies were wired up and connected to different gadgets that measured all kinds of parameters like blood pressure, pulse, heart rate, ECG and EEG monitoring, etc. He said that the results concluded that whilst meditating, all kinds of toxic substances get released out of the bodily systems. All the negative forces emerge out, and this can happen in several ways, including tremors and nausea. Although, having said that, there can be other explanations for nausea, which include indigestion, dysapia, and lack of sound sleep. However, remember that mind is mightier than the body. Hypnotism is used to cure many some illnesses. The basic principle is harnessing power of the mind. You can explore this for yourself without resorting to a hypnotist. Say, if you experience some bodily pain, don't fret. Sit down in a comfortable meditation posture and start taking slow, deep breaths. While inhaling, imagine that all the positive cosmic energy is entering and healing your body. And with every outgoing breath, tell yourself that all the negativities and afflictions are leaving your body. Do this for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then place your right hand on the body part that is in pain, and reiterate the thought that all the entering positive energy is healing the body, and all the negativities are exiting. The practice, however, requires patience and belief. Meditation and autosuggestion are being taught even to patients suffering from cancer. As a healing aid, it should not be surprising to know about the power of the mind. After all, don't we see sportsmen who keep on playing despite their injuries and deal with them only after the game finishes? There is an incident related to a king of Varanasi who was a yogi and underwent an appendectomy surgery without having any anesthesia or painkillers. Swami Rama used to perform several feats astounding the medical fraternity in America. Doctors and scientists would strap him up with all kinds of medical gadgets to check his heart, lungs and brain. With his yogic prowess, Swami Rama would at will slow down and eventually seize his heartbeat and respiration, so much so that the doctors could certify him dead, and around 20 minutes later he would get up as if nothing had happened. Meditation is a deep process, and one can only gain from doing it. There are no losses, no drawbacks whatsoever. Be one who has to be patient to reap these benefits. Patience and perseverance is the key. When you sit for meditation tonight, whilst breathing slow and deep, also keep a watch on your mind, your thoughts. Simply watch the thoughts without any attachment or aversion. Just be a mute observer. Don't try to prevent any thought. No matter if the thoughts are good or bad, don't get attached to them. one of the two things will happen. Either there will be a cascade of endless thoughts, or the stream of thoughts will be reduced. Watch the thoughts come one after the other. They come and they go on their own accord. And sometimes where there may be a pause between two thoughts, watch that pause. But don't think that the pause should get lengthened, and don't worry, what should I do to reduce my thoughts? If there are thoughts, watch the thoughts, and if there are no thoughts, then don't watch the thoughts. You have seen the drama of this world a lot, many times. Now see the drama of your own mind. Fact is, the one who has learned to watch the drama of his own mind, then he has no perceived need to watch the worldly drama. I got a letter once that said, I thought that in the Shivir where there would be chanting of God's name, but no such thing has happened here. Well, I have been talking about the devil. My dear, you have come to the wrong place. Go to some storyteller who will keep on narrating the story of Rama's and Krishna's life. A teacher was telling a story, but the children were sleeping as they all knew the story. And whilst telling the story, the teacher too must have fallen asleep, when suddenly the principal barged in and hollered, "What is happening here?" The children said, "Sir, the bow has been broken." The principal asked, "Who broke it?" One child got up and said, "Sir, when anything gets broken in this school, I always get the blame. But let me clarify, I haven't even seen a bow, so don't accuse me." Well, if you want to hear these kinds of stories where the listeners are asleep and so is the speaker, then this is not the place for you. I am teaching you the art of waking up. I am not speaking about God. I'm speaking about you, as you are God. But what can I do if you don't have the faith in this? You don't believe it. Okay, chapter 13, the world is my oyster. I have found the beloved within. So what is the need for me to visit Kaaba now? Remembrance of my beloved is happening within me effortlessly. Then what is the need to turn the prayer beads anymore? Wherever I look, I find the charisma of my beloved unfolding. Then why should I particularly bow in the direction of Mecca? In the idol of my own body, I have witnessed the truth. I have discarded the veil of duality. I am clean and pure. Then why should I purify myself in the holy waters of Ganges? My head has bowed in reverence. Now, whether it is with a mosque or a temple, that is for the divine to know. My beloved Lord resides right within my heart. Then why should I search for him elsewhere? I can see the splendor of my beloved everywhere. So how can I confine my homage to any one place? The one who is connected to the Lord within, who is able to offer salutation to the Lord residing right within the heart, then what need is left for him to frequent temples, mosques or churches or gurudwaras? Only those blinded by ignorance, those who are unable to see within, have this want to perpetually seek without. In ancient times, temples were built without any idol of any deity installed in the sanctorum. The shrine would be empty and the walls of the sacred place would be constructed in such a fashion so as to echo the sound produced. This is where one could sit and recite Om, which would reverberate throughout. Even today, one may find such temples in some deep forests or tribal areas, especially in southern India. And in my view, this is how temples should be built. No windows and a small door so that the sound created inside reverberates and echoes. When I visited Badrinath, I didn't make the journey to see God. Someone asked me why I had been to Badrinath. Well, it was to enjoy the serene, pristine beauty of that place. All the beauty that you are seeing, from the lush green pastures to the smallest creation, all this belongs to whom? The divine ray of light, unforeseen power. The source of life is in everyone. The one with which self emanates belongs to whom? The one who will try to look from the inner eye. The one who will delve within himself will find. The one who is awakened. He alone has seen. He alone has understood. It belongs to one who has understood, the one who was awakened. Don't you meander in and around your home? Sometimes you wander to the terrace, to the backyard, or take a stroll in your garden. Well, I too went to my own home. In this context, I remember an interesting anecdote in Sikhism. Wheresoever a guru took the seat, a gurudwara got built there. There was a gurudwara that housed a platform on which was written, "This was the place where the guru had sat down." A maverick fakir went and sat down on that very platform. Needless to say that this act infuriated the Sikhs, who verbally abused him, dragged him down, and started to thrash him. As the fakir was enduring the beating without complaining, the perpetrators stopped as they thought he may be mad, and they asked him to give an explanation. The fakir replied, "Whom does this platform belong to? Who had sat down here?" The people said, "Our guru, our master, had taken a seat here." The fakir questioned, "Who does the guru belong to?" They replied, "To all those who have faith in him." The fakir said, "Tell me one thing. Is it all right for a son to sit in his father's lap?" The people nodded in affirmation. The fakir concluded, "Then why did you get upset when I sat in my father's lap? The guru is my father. Likewise, what is Badrinath to me? It is my home. I visited my own home. I'm not saying this for the sake of saying, but this is a veritable truth. When this entire cosmos belongs to you, why be so restrictive in your own ownership to my house, my family, my holy place? When you can live as the master of the entire universe, why enslave yourself to the confines of any four walls? And this corollary equally applies to any pilgrimage or holy place, be it a temple, a mosque, a church, or a gurudwara. So, whether it is Vrindavan, or Badrinath, or Ajmer Sharif, or indeed any other place, they are equally hallowed to me, as I regard all as my own abode, a part of my own home. It was in 1980 that I first visited Vrindavan in the company of a sage. However, I did not see much of the place, as most of the time I used to be absorbed in a state of divine intoxication, oblivious to the outer world. I stayed there for around 10 years, but in those 10 days, stayed around for 10 days, but in those 10 days, my eyes would have been opened for not even 10 hours. After all, when remembrance is happening inside, what is the need to externally turn beads of a rosary? What was the need left to chant the name of Ram when the form of Ram had merged with my own form? Such was my mental state at that time that even the sound of a cymbal, a drum, beat, a mantra chant, or even the tolling of the temple bell would be enough for me to start dancing in a trance-like state, completely oblivious to the surroundings. But this was no ordinary choreographed dancing, rather more like an uncontrolled, frenzied movement of the body and limbs. And such was the vigor and frantic energy that no one could stop me. It was like a delirious lunatic spanning the entire temple premise, moving from here to there to here. Such were my frantic movements that my flailing arms left a mark on whosoever was unfortunate enough to come in their way. One person's spectacles got smashed, not merely broken, but completely smashed. The other person had to nurture his facial bruise for several days. There used to be a lady sage called Mata Jagdish. She would lovingly refer to me as her lion and ask everyone to move out of my way. And she herself would move her chair right near the wall just in case. Around 2 years later, a desire arose to visit Vrindavan again, but I knew that my family wouldn't let me go alone. Hence, I asked a long acquaintance, a lady known to my family, that if she would accompany me, and she agreed. Although it is another matter that I told my parents it was she who had asked me to accompany her. When we reached Mathura, I went in a horse-driven carriage to Vrindavan, rather than taking a bus. After all, the horse carriage was the closest I could get to the chariot that beloved Krishna had used to leave Braja. We reached a Dharamsala rest house, which was situated right opposite the temple of Biraji, and that is why I had chosen that place to stay close to beloved Krishna. In the morning, I went to Bihariji's temple to pay my obeisance. Now the main priest of the temple had witnessed my frenzied dancing that had taken place at the time of my earlier visit to Vrindavan. He recognized me and remarked jovially, "Oh dear, you are back." I assured him, saying that there was no cause for him to worry. The priest said, "Watching you in that state of divine rapture, the dancing in sheer ecstasy, I could identify all the signs of the state of superconsciousness arising as a result of deep devotion, Bhava Samadhi, mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavat. Moreover, I was jolted by the thought that it is not you, but rather it's Krishna himself, who is performing the divine spellbinding dance." Then lovingly he draped garlands of flowers around my neck. Even now, whenever I go to Vrindavan, I don't remove the garlands from my neck. This is because Vrindavan holds a special place in my heart, has a momentous import to me, as it is this very place where all my memories of past lives opened up. All seeds of wisdom sprouted in Vrindavan, where the fruition of the seed of knowledge occurred. After taking darshan of Biraji, I wanted to pay a visit to Swami Aknanda, and I decided to walk bare feet rather than take a rickshaw. After all, that earth had been hallowed by the very footprints of beloved Krishna. I started to walk, and without having to get directions from anyone, straight away reached the ashram of Swami Ananda. He asked me how I had managed to find my way, and I replied that it was my home, and wouldn't I know the direction to my own home? Be it any holy place, any pilgrimage, they are my abodes. And I am talking not only about temples. I had a similar feeling when I visited Ajmer Sharif. At Ajmer Sharif, the custom is of draping a sheet made of flowers in the holy place. I bought a basket of flowers, and no sooner had I stepped inside the sanctuary, instantaneously I got the feeling that this too was my home. Nobody knew me personally there, but they bestowed such a warm welcome, showered such affection on me. It was evident from my attire that I was a Hindu. But despite that, when I went to the priest to pay my respect, he took the green shroud covering the holy grave and draped it around me, covering my head. I felt as though the mystic had lovingly hugged me. This was an unusual gesture on his part, as normally the priest touches the devotee's head with a peacock feather. However, on this occasion, he had draped the entire holy sheet around me. What more could one ask for? The whole wide world is ours. I sing this often. Keep on walking, intoxicated with divinity. My wine is divine. I drink it again and again. I neither come nor go as such. I am always fine in all conditions. Okay, thank you, Babaji. Stop this chapter here so that we've got time for some meditation. Okay, kindly sit in a meditative position. Sit with your feet crossed. Spine straight. Clasp your fingers into fingers. Gently close your eyes and remove any glasses if you're wearing them. We'll take 3 deep breaths, and each time we'll expand our stomach. We'll breathe through our nose and out through our mouths. So gently take a nice deep breath. Hold. Out through your mouth. And again, a nice deep breath. Hold. And out through your mouth. And again, a nice deep breath. Hold. And out through your mouth. Now gently focus on your breathing, each breath coming through your nose, nostrils. Feel the coldness of the temperature as it comes through your nose. Then as you gently breathe out, feel how warm it feels. And again, feel the coldness of the breath as we take it in. And feel the warmness of your breath as it comes out. With every single breath, feel the cosmic divine energy, the positivity entering our body through the nostrils. This pure divine air is healing us with every breath we take. It's nourishing every single cell within our body, reaching all the cells, all the nerves, all the muscles. All our organs are being cleansed and purified with this beautiful oxygen that we're taking in. Our cells are being nurtured and healed with every single breath. Feel totally calm and relaxed. And focus on your breathing gently as we breathe in and as we breathe out. Starting from our feet, feel them totally calm, relaxed. Feel all the fingers of your feet toes of your feet totally relaxed. The sole of your foot, top of your foot, your ankle, totally relaxed. Then focus on your calf muscles, the front of your legs. Again, totally relaxed. Your knees, thighs, hip area, your abdomen, stomach, kidneys are totally relaxed and are being energized with all the divine energy that's coming in through our breaths. Your pancreas is healing, your liver is healing, your stomach is totally relaxed. Your lungs, your heart, all your internal organs are working in total sync. Your esophagus, your upper arms, lower arms, all your fingers are totally relaxed. Feel your shoulders lowering and your spine lengthening. Feel the muscles around your neck, again, totally calm, totally relaxed. onto your facial muscles, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, lips, ears, top of your head, front of your head, back of your head, totally calm, totally relaxed. Now see yourselves as a bright sparkling light that's residing in between your eyebrows. And as you see yourself as this beautiful, beautiful, shining, bright light, almost like a shining diamond, see yourselves feel light as a feather. Gently take yourself out of the body and feel totally free and light. Now, as you look above your body, you look down and see your amazing body. And let's say gratitude and thank you for being blessed with such a wonderful, wonderful body that works in sync. All your organs and everything working like magic. And gently feel yourself flying as if you were a bird. You're coming out of your roof of your home into the beautiful blue, blue sky. You feel free as a bird. Your feathers, beautiful, beautiful, shining, bright colours. You've got all the bright colours of the rainbow on you, all the light that's reflecting on you from the beautiful, beautiful sun's rays. And as a bird, you've got your wings out and you're flying and gently enjoying the feeling of being free with no bondages, no heaviness, nothing's tying you down. Focus on yourself in the here and now. Feel yourself one with the wind. As the wind blows around you, you follow with the wind. You go in and out playing with the clouds. And as you're gently flying, you see some beautiful, beautiful other birds also flying around with you as well. Enjoy the feeling of being free and totally, totally light, with no worries, no anxieties, no tension, just pure freedom, being pure light energy in the form of this beautiful, beautiful bird. And as you spread your wings, with every breath that you're taking, you're getting more and more energy to fly higher and higher. And as you fly high above, you look down and you see the beautiful earth underneath. All the trees, the beautiful luscious greenery. All the houses and cars look like miniature toys. You feel totally, totally fresh and energized as you're one with nature, one with the beautiful air around you. And you're feeling the warmth and brightness of the sun's rays on you, as if energizing you, completing you. You feel totally at ease, but you're also having fun because you found a new form of freedom to fly high and be one with the nature. The air seems crystal clear. Beautiful, beautiful, clean, pure air. Enjoy the serenity of this amazing, amazing experience of being able to fly just as a bird. And as you fly higher and higher, it's as if you're breaking all the shackles, all the bondages, all the worries that were tied to you are gently being released. The higher you fly, the less the bondage you feel. You feel one with the wind sweeping out and about over the clouds. And as you go through the clouds, you feel as though the clouds are speaking to you, saying, wow, welcome to our part of the world. You're totally unified with the whole of nature, whole of the cosmos. Such a beautiful feeling to be totally at one with your own true self. It's as if the divine is giving you the energy within to fly higher and higher and experience the happiness and joy of being light and free. And as you enjoy the freedom, you can feel the breeze of the wind around you, refreshing you, cooling you. And at the same time, you can feel the rays of the sun warming you, giving you energy. What a beautiful feeling it is to be free as a bird. Totally one with the air around you, the sunlight around you. And as you're moving through, you can see a bright rainbow over you. All the beautiful colours shining. It's as if you've got to the bottom of the rainbow. Totally basking in the bright colours of this beautiful rainbow. Red, yellow, green, indigo. All the divine colours are reflecting on you. Feel at one with this beautiful feeling of all the colours on you. Now gently take a dive downwards, back through the clouds, through the beautiful skies, with all the other birds around you as well, singing in harmony. Total peace around you. Hear the sound of the whirling wind. And as you gently come down, see a beautiful green, luscious forest. And see the beautiful tree that's welcoming you. And let's sit on one of the branches of the tree, just to rest for a while from all the flying that we've been doing. Rest your wings. Close your eyes. And feel calm and happy with the amazing journey we've just experienced. Take in the deep smells of the beautiful trees. It's like a fir tree. Smell the fern tree. Beautiful green tree giving you out beautiful fragrance. Now gently open your eyes as a bird, flap your wings. Come off the tree, say thank you to the beautiful tree for allowing you to rest. And let's make our way back from this beautiful forest, through the skies. Come back to your own town where your body resides. Find your local neighborhood. Find the house that you live in, the body lives in. Come through your rooftop as a bird. And now transform yourself as the light that you are, as you gently make your way down into this beautiful body of ours. And as you're coming to reside into your body, let's pay our tribute and gratitude to this wonderful meditation, to our parents for blessing us with their blessings and all their hard work and effort and giving us this beautiful body, our mind, teaching us so much. To all our gurus, past, present and future, who are helping us, shaping us on our spiritual paths, to help us reach our soul purpose, to help us reach enlightenment and moksha, to free us from all our bondages and worries and anything that's holding us back, all the shackles, freeing us and helping us see ourselves as souls and lights. To our Ishtadev, to all the gods and goddesses, to all the positive people that have had a part to play in our lives, our brothers, sisters, family, friends, our partners, spouses, everyone who's had a role to play in nurturing us and shaping us to who we are today. And let's give them great gratitude for allowing us to have this time out for ourselves from normal day-to-day activities. Deep gratitude to the Supreme Divine Being for helping us reconnect to the divine within, for sharing with us the divine love and the cosmic energy that we're receiving every day, for blessing us with this pure divine air that's so nourishing to us, for blessing us with our beautiful brain and mind that can grow and develop and learn and put into practice all the teachings that we're learning on a daily basis. Deep gratitude to Mahatma Babaji, to Lord Buddha and Guru Ma for sharing their divine knowledge and experiences and helping us to follow their footsteps and become like them. And slowly feel yourself as if you're feeling that divine energy, divine love and peace within. And deep gratitude to all the divine masters, all the angels, all the planets, mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, the whole cosmos, for giving us a part to play in this amazing universe. And thank you to you all for kindly sharing your divine energies today as well. Now gently rub your hands. Feel the positive energy as you rub your fingers and place them over your beautiful eyes that are still closed. And gently, after the countdown, we'll open our eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes within your hand, still over your eyes, and let that cosmic divine energy seep in through your beautiful eyes. And take your hands all over your beautiful face, top of your head, front of your head, back, ears, neck, shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, fingers, upper body, chest, stomach, thighs, knees, calf muscles, feet, and anywhere where you feel some tension or stress or pressure. Keep your hands there for a few minutes, few seconds, and feel the healing that's taking place. Gently open your eyes and thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, and all the divine masters for this wonderful meditation. Deep gratitude.